Rick, the report said that Palin was within her rights to get rid of the Public Safety Commissioner, but it also said that she violated the State Ethics Act by pressuring state employees to try to fire her brother-in-law, and this was approved unanimously by a bipartisan legislative council.
Yeah, let me tell you, this whole thing has been a kangaroo court from day one. The person who is heading the investigation into this is one of Barack Obama's biggest supporters. This was going nowhere until the point at which Sarah Palin was asked to join our ticket, and at which point it became a big public circus. And frankly, everyone in Alaska has treated it as such. The reality is there was absolutely no wrongdoing found in the report. 1,000 pages, an enormous waste of time, and the best that they could come up with was no violations of any kind of laws or ethics rules. But
she violated the State Ethics Board.
But that she acted within her power and scope of authority as governor to do exactly what she did. And so the bottom line is this thing now drops dead, and there's absolutely no follow-up to this at all. So, you know, it was a great public circus. Look, David, I didn't interrupt you when you were speaking.
I think you both interrupted each other.
Actually, you did. You did it repeatedly.
So the bottom line is David actually has a very good point. He says, you know, what we need to do is root out corruption. You know, John McCain is the only candidate for president right now who's actually done anything about rooting out corruption in Washington. And do we really believe that the American public is going to feel safe by having both the head of the Congress and the head of the White House from the same party that's had so many challenges with the way they've run Washington over the last couple of years? So, honestly, I really believe that is a germane. This may be one of the things that David Axelrod and I can leave the show actually agreeing on. I think it's a major issue as to who's got the track record and experience to root out corruption in Washington, and that's only one guy on this campaign, and that's John McCain.
All right, David, you get the last word, and talk, if you will, about this argument that, you know, if you elect Obama and you have a strong Democratic majority in both the House and the Senate, you're giving total control of the government to the Democrats.
Look, I think the way you root out corruption in Washington is first take on the lobbyist culture. And, you know, what we can't have are lobbyists making millions of dollars selling access to public officials, as Rick has done, selling access to Senator McCain.
Well, David, what do you think you've been doing in your organization?
That is not how you clean up corruption in Washington.
You thought that the patronage politics of Chicago was a better model for Washington than the law and order model that we currently occupy.
I think everybody ought to read that while you give these kinds of comments. That is not what I said. Rick, why don't you answer the question about whether you sell access to Senator McCain? That's been reported in the newspaper. Is that false?
Well, I think that's the point.
That you sell access to Senator McCain
in the newspapers.
No,
I think it'd be
answer the question.
Reading.
Do you sell access to Senator McCain?
No, I don't.
Is that how you've made millions of dollars? You've never done that. Nobody has ever been told that they ought to hire you if they want to get to Senator McCain. I'm asking you.
Character assassination has become the hallmark of the Obama campaign. This is the kind of thing that he just railed against when he first got on. And now
anybody watches the show knows otherwise.
Attack.
Gentlemen, we're going to have to end it there, and I'm glad to say that we settled all that.
David, it's nice to see you on TV.
Right.